All right, check this out. Here are the top 5 risk register fails to avoid today, starting today. Number one, using Excel. If you use Excel to build your risk register, you are missing out on tons of collaborative features. Excel does not have that. If we even take this spreadsheet and put it on the cloud somewhere, and now me, you, and the rest of the team share this risk register and interact with the risk register, once you go in there and start changing things, you're not only changing it for you, but you're changing it for me. So, what I mean is like, once you start deleting columns or hiding columns, filtering rows because you only want to see your stuff, all these kinds of things, when you start doing that, you're messing it up for me because now when I go and access that spreadsheet, or if I'm accessing it the same time as you, then what you're doing is affecting me. That's not collaboration, period. Number two, you're not creating a risk hub. Remember, your risk register is bigger than risks. Actually, that's not true. Your risk register is about the risks, period. But risks in general are bigger than just the risks themselves. You have a risk POC, you have a risk strategy, you have meetings, you have policies, procedures, all of these things that pertain to your risks on this project or risks inside of your organization, period. That's why you create a risk hub. And the way you can do that is on SharePoint with a SharePoint site. On the SharePoint site, or a page, I should say, on the site, allows you to put all things risks, including your risks, on that hub. I call it a risk hub, but you can call it whatever you want. It's just one location where all of the things that are related to the risk sit. Number three, you're not setting mandatory fields. So inside of SharePoint, when you put your risk register there, you're given a form. People fill out a form to enter a risk. So make sure you set these fields to be mandatory. And these are simple ones like the name of the risk, the description. You definitely need the severity. You definitely need the probability. You need these things. Set your fields mandatory so that people cannot submit a risk without giving you important information. Number four, you're not creating a My Risks view. Now, in SharePoint, you get to create views, and you can create them on pretty much anything. One of the views that I suggest you create is called a My Risks view. And what you do with that is anybody who's a risk owner, they come to that view, they automatically see the risks that they are assigned. They don't see the entire list of risks. This is a basic feature available in SharePoint that you should be taking advantage of. And the reason why I say you should do it is because if you leave it up to the end user, they may or may not do it. They may not know about SharePoint and the features that are available to them to do something like that. I'm telling you to do it because you are, you're in the business of customer service. You're setting it up for them so that all they have to do is click a button or click a link and go directly to their risks and manage them in just that view. Number five, not connecting your mitigation tasks. Now, when you are managing your risks inside of SharePoint, or if you're still doing it in a spreadsheet, fine, whatever, you still have to, manage your tasks because the tasks are what you're going to do in order to, mitigate this risk. So when you have your mitigation plan and then you have these subsequent tasks, you need to connect them to your risk register. You can't just have your risk register sitting out here without the tasks connected. Now you can do that inside of Microsoft Planner. You could do that in Planner, or you could do it inside of SharePoint. Or if you're feeling a little frisky, you could do that in Asana.